What precipitates an actual shift to non-duality? Different speakers seem to have different unpredictable circumstances that precipitated the shift. Jeez. What country are you from? Texas, Austin. Precipitate to sudden cause. Well, I always think that as much as amount of sex possible and making love precipitates awakening. As much love making as possible. The best thing. Indian. You know, sometimes Indian people are much better at English than English people. Or American. Basically, oh gosh, now I've got to, can I just call you Abha? Oh, I call you Das, if that's okay, your last name. I'm sorry. Basically, if anybody knew that, if scientists could discover it, and if spiritual teachers knew it, then they would be the richest, most successful person in the whole universe. I mean, that's like the jackpot. It's like the absolute jackpot to be able to tell people that. And some people claim they have found the way to liberation. There's lots of teachers out there. You know, and if your heart responds to that, then I recommend going for it. Ultimately, there's nobody there to give advice to, but if I did have advice, then I would say follow the love. Not the need to obtain love or keep love or control love, but follow that love. That's the flow. But the one that thinks that it can follow love or can't never existed. But it appears like that, so it appears that you can have a choice and that you can move one way or the other. Ultimately, you can't. It's an illusion that somebody can. But where you feel that that's the way it is, then follow the love. I'm just become the love teacher. You make love, whatever it is. Make love or reading or music. One of mine is music. I love music. I just love it. What else do I love? I love creating. I love ideas. Initially, my career was in playwriting, and I used to just love that creativity, to think of like a whole play and all the different dynamics. I love that, philosophizing over stuff. I love loving. I love it. It's so beautiful. I love dogs. I love their wildness and their strength. Yeah, wolves. So, you know, just follow that. When I was 18, 19, I fell in love with non-duality, and people told me I was crazy and I shouldn't do it, and they told me all sorts of bad things about it. And this was before the internet, where you could find other people that were into it and think I'm not mad. And I followed it. I gave up everything. I gave up playwriting. I gave up everything to follow non-duality. My money, my home. I'd done well as playwriting. And I never, ever, ever thought that I would be a non-dual speaker. In fact, it was so opposite to what my character was like. It didn't like to do that sort of things, and never thought this would be my job. But I followed that love for it, and now I speak about it publicly to people. And I just think it's the most beautiful subject there is that can ever be spoken about. It's all about falling in love again. It really is. It's just not out there. It's not out in another thing, it's your nature. That's what the waking up is about, is seeing that your nature is love. That's all this whole entire universe is made for. I love Khaleesi. I love her. She is just magnificent. Aren't you, sweetie? Eh? Eh?